What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime coming back at you with another video. So in today's video, guys, I'm here to bring you another video, but this one is going to be a special video because the new OVA for Durarara just released, and ironically enough, it is a Valentine's Day special video. And this special OVA takes place between episode 13 and 14 of Durarara X2-10. And this also explains some of the things that happened between those episodes, where we see Shinra and Celty on the carriage, and then all of a sudden they're running away from some sort of looking monster by the end of the episode. So this episode basically explains everything. So I'm here to talk to you about that today. So let's get this started. So pretty much this episode of Durarara was more comedy based than the serious tone that we usually get in Durarara. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. But comedy is subjective, so what you might find in this episode might not be as funny as what I thought was funny in this episode. It just really depends on your taste of comedy. But it was kind of cool to see how Durarara takes its take on comedy. What I'm really trying to say is, really this episode has no specific importance to the overall plot. So if you want to skip this episode, you can skip it, but if you want a good laugh, a possible good laugh, then yeah, check this episode out. So what was in this episode? Right in the beginning, we see that there are 3 guys who are in werewolf costumes who are taking part into a movie which involves werewolves and vampires. And this movie that they are currently making also involves Casca, which is Shizuo's little brother. And I really didn't care much about this part of the episode, but I think it was pretty funny how these 3 guys who are in the werewolf costumes, we have it to where one is, starving from hunger because, it seems like they have been doing nothing around in the set, and they're just waiting to get into contact with the vampires who are going to play on the show. And because we also have another guy who is looking for a cell phone reception, and then we have it to where this other guy in the werewolf costume is chasing after Celty and Shinra, if it is actually someone in that suit. Also, out of curiosity, does anybody think that the vampires in this episode, the outfit that they were wearing, doesn't it resemble a lot of Miko from Inuyasha? I'm just throwing that out there. But when it really comes down to it, Celty and Shinra is what took the spotlight of this episode, because the episode technically just focused on them and their interactions with one another. Because we know how Shinra is obsessed with Celty. I mean, we have it in this episode where he is just getting pleasure from Celty just changing into different outfits in the carriage that they are in. She changes into a knight outfit, she changes into a maid outfit, and then she also changes into a middle school girl outfit, which Shinra goes ballistic for. Namie ends up calling Shinra and wants him to do another face transplant for Mika, for obvious reasons, in fact. And after Shinra ends up getting off the phone with her, Celty wants to know what exactly was going on. And Shinra is just coming up with excuses, and we have it to where Celty is just like, oh, that's what really happened. Please tell me what is really going on, And she then ends up giving him the silent treatment, and there's just dots on her little phone, and Shinra's just like, how long is this gonna keep up? I don't like the silent treatment. It's kind of awkward, And I felt the same thing. I'm like, this is kind of awkward. There's a lot of dots that are going on in this one scene. And I'm like, Shinra, just tell her already. And then he eventually tells her, I thought that was a really good part of the episode. And it was funny what Celty was doing there. And there was just a lot of dots involved. And after a lot of mishaps that happened throughout this episode, at the end of the episode, we get to see that the guy who was looking for reception the whole time ends up coming into contact with actually the third guy who was in the werewolf costume, but in fact that wasn't actually the guy who was in the werewolf costume because he was jogging the whole time. So actually the werewolf that was chasing after Celty and Shinra was in fact a real werewolf. Also, a little bonus that we got in this episode was that Shinra ends up knowing the weakness to Izaya. and Izaya doesn't know how to handle situations like this. And we come to find out that apparently Izaya's weakness is actually dogs. He's afraid of dogs. Awesome. But yeah, guys, that about does it for this review of Durarara, the new OVA that just released. I really hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, there's nothing too spectacular about this new episode, rather than the fact that, you know, if you like comedy, then you'll probably end up enjoying this episode if you end up liking the comedy that is used in Durarara. And also, if you want to check out this episode, because of the fact that it has Shinra and Celti's relationship and their interactions with one another, then that's just another reason to check out this episode if you are all for the romance in Durarara. And this is a Valentine's Day special video that just came out for the series, so I mean, if you want to check it out, go check it out. So yeah, guys, that about does it for this video. Please remember to give a like if you enjoyed this video, and always leave a comment and let me know what you guys thought about this episode of Durarara. I want to hear your thoughts. And if you want to stay up to date with my future content on this channel, please hit that red subscribe button below, and you'll never miss a video from me. That about does it for this video, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great day.